Hello everybody, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to a game called Children of Morta. Children of Morta is an action RPG roguelike with a strong focus on story and narration. So I don't know a lot about the game, I haven't watched any videos on it. I know from the screenshots and the promo trailers that it has some pretty amazing pixel art. So let's get in here. I've checked out about 15 minutes of the initial gameplay just to get a sense of the controls, but I've skipped all the story cutscenes, so I'll be experiencing the story for the first time, including the intro cinematics. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
Margaret awoke, startled, a cold sweat clinging to her. She gathered her thoughts. Aged wood creaked, echoing through the quiet rooms. Near the house stood a shrine to Rhea Dana, goddess and daughter of the land, of Rhea and a being of comfort. Margaret sought answers. But the goddess did not speak. There was only the faint whisper of something dark, something hungry. The old seer's bones felt the weight of their age as she climbed. The only thought on her mind, has it begun again? John's mission would be a simple one. He was to investigate Rhea's greatest shrine. His mother presented him with a fresh divinity shard. From his brother came a newly sharpened sword. His wife gave him a kiss, and his daughter's hugs were full of reason to return home safe.
Okay, so right off the bat, amazing writing and awesome voiceover narration. Very good. He reminds me of the narrator from Darkest Dungeon, but not as menacing. And I do want to adjust some sound settings. Ooh. The narration seemed a little loud compared to everything else. Alright. We are playing on a keyboard and mouse, so we're moving with the WASD. If we hold in the left mouse button, we'll continue to attack. And we can adjust which way we attack by which way we are facing, and that's controlled by the mouse. So we don't have to keep clicking, we can hold it in. If we want to block, we can do that by holding in the left shift. If we swing while we're blocked, you can see that we're using the blue bar beneath our health, so we're using up our stamina. And we can dodge with space, or rather dash in a direction. And we know we can dash when the red bar beneath our blue gauge here is full.
Brea, a land long forgotten, a place of unimaginable beauty.
Imagine this is your view on an everyday basis. Like, what is that about? I want to figure out why this world is the way it is and what inhabits it. So this must be some kind of checkpoint, I'm assuming.
It first appeared as sludge given life, slithering creatures, small and vile.
These guys are pretty easy to take care of. We'll just stand here and swing, basically. And there will be more enemies, you know, that won't allow us to do this. They're just trying to train us so that we get a little bit comfortable with the way we attack. And just attacking like this, without blocking, doesn't use up our stamina. So we can swing away. We're free to swing as much as we want with our normal attack. You'll see the dead wildlife all around, with the corruption oozing out of them. Okay, here we go. This is when I want to have my shield up, when they're close. And that's going to use our stamina, so to have our stamina refill, we have to drop our shield. And yep, if we want to evade, we can do that. Evading is good to get ground on them, so... Oh, these are health, so if we take any damage, we'd refill a little bit of health. We'll try to take as little damage as possible. We have a shield on our character here, so we're going to make use of that. Whoa. Obviously we do a little bit more damage when the shield is not up. And that's primarily what I've used the dash force to get out and to kind of rethink the strategy or get your shield up. We'll get some special abilities soon.
A wall, impeding further progress. A battle was certain.
Not too bad. When it's just one of them, it's probably better just to drop the shield, because we're a little bit more maneuverable that way. F to interact. The Bergsons use their Shard of Life to cleanse corrupted objects. So the Shard of Life is what the grandmother gave us, Margaret.
Banished by light itself, the corruption abated, leaving the shard cold in hand, dark, in need of life.
In other words, we're going to have to recharge it. Greater chests require a gemstone to open. Gemstones are found in different places, like this animal corpse. Just like this animal corpse.
The shard grew warm, humming softly from the harnessed energy.
Like, the design of some of these things is like, it's not necessarily medieval, it's like ancient technology, which is really cool. Atar's ignition, damage enemies burn in fire. Okay. Divine Grace, a powerful item that aids you with a buff. Damage enemies burn with fire. Got it.
Before him was now one more dangerous than those that came before.
Whoa. Okay, we're being frozen in place by this guy. Let's avoid those. Alright, so avoid the freezy things. Skill point. Gain XP as you kill enemies. When reaching a certain amount of XP, you will gain a skill point. You can use skill points to upgrade your abilities in the skill tree. Gain a skill point when you gain enough XP. Okay. Spend skill points to learn new skills. The selected abilities description can be seen on the right panel. So the first one we have access to is Heaven's Strike. Call swords down from the heavens upon John's enemies. So we're going to want to grab that. Okay, so now that's going to be bound to our right mouse button. So we'll get to use that probably pretty quickly here. I'm not sure.
Goblins, a familiar threat,
Okay.
albeit farther out than usual.
I'm not sure how much exploration will play a part, but I'm assuming that it will play a huge part after this introductory area. Okay, so they have arrows. And we can, well, yep, we can use our secondary attack. And that kind of hits a big area of effect, which was helpful against these guys. Could probably block. Yeah, we can block their arrows if we're careful about it. Which is fine when we're up against just one of them, but dodging seemed to be better when they were in a group. We can go that way. Let's make sure there's nothing over here. There certainly is. Okay, more enemies.
Inherently violent and ill-bathed, the goblins were an unfocused but constant threat.
So goblins are the norm, I guess, around these parts. That's what they're telling us. The ooze and stuff, probably not so much. It feels like that stuff might be new. What did we gain by going over that way? Were there any items? Just experience from killing the enemy? Like how underneath the grounded parts, you could see this is made out of something that is not natural. It looks like steel plates and circuit boards. Which would explain why we're on floating islands, I guess, if everything is created by somebody, not natural at all.
Magnificent, but dangerous. A land of love found and of love lost.
Oh, I would have stood there for a while. Looks like we're probably going to have another encounter here. Let's approach slowly.
Before him was sacred ground, left untouched in days gone by. Remaining calm and collected, the shock of his heart-skipping beats was concealed in expert fashion. Before him stood Linda, his eldest daughter, with bow and quiver at the ready, determined to do her part. Before the Guardians were not beasts feeding, but monsters consuming, destroying others. They corrupted and distorted, creating even more hungry husks.
Alright, here we go. Boss time? Let's leave some of the health up in case we need it. Oh, that was not bad at all. Oh, we're not done yet. Very cool.
Both father and daughter gathered their thoughts, their hearts heavier than before. How would they explain what they had witnessed?
Yeah, this is pretty awesome. I'm really into the narrative. Gameplay-wise, super smooth.
Had been cut down. Together, father and daughter described the horror, the creatures dripping with decay that slithered into bodies stuck between life and death to bolster their ranks. Grandma Margaret confirmed what they all feared. It was the corruption, a cruel entity spoken of only with hushed voices, an ocean of darkness that flowed from the top of Mount Morta. And the Bergsons' duty was to stand against this devouring deluge of death. Kevin was also eager to do his part in the family's fight, especially when his older brother Mark was off somewhere. He was as much a guardian of their mountain home as any of them. She stood. If they were to reach the summit and destroy this evil, as the Bergsons of old had done in the past, they would need the assistance of the sanctuary.
It's their own personal Batcave. It's like a family Batcave. That's so cool. Look at that.
Given to the Bergsons by Rhea herself, the sanctuary was a gateway to the mysterious lands around the mountain. Margaret pointed to the huge crystal at the center of the den, revealing their next task: to activate it and open the way to the source of the corruption. And once Rhea's 3 spirits are gathered on the grounds, the only gate to the top of Mount Morta will open in this chamber. By himself, or with the assistance of those who loved him. John needed to gather the three spirits from their lands. Without them, he would not be able to stem the flow of the corruption.
Okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward. So here is our hub. We can go through the portal here to Caldipo Caves. Let's go back up to the house. If it lets us. Oh, here we go. Click the door, Robert. Okay. And so what have we got going around here? Because this is going to be our base of operations. This hideout makes me feel slightly worried. I don't even know why I have a bad feeling about it. Mark, honey, come back home early. I think those fishes could fly. Their fins look too long for just swimming. Poor Linda, she is so afraid of a tiny spider. I don't know how Grandma could stare at those books for hours. They don't even have any pictures. I'd like to sleep down there in the basement, but Mother won't let me. Okay. So those spirits are what we need to get to the source of the corruption? The pain in my leg is killing me, damn it. And now this bottle is empty. An idea, I remember. I heard that spirit name from the old man traveling from the east. So those yeah. Okay, so everyone has little tidbits to say, but I don't know that we can do much yet. Let's check out the library. Here's our codex. We don't have any documents, journals, or miscellaneous lore yet. There we go. That's a little better. Eventually, we'll be able to use some of these rooms, I think, to upgrade characters, items, etc. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm fairly certain of it. But for now, it looks like we can move on to the next area or check our library. So let's go ahead. I love all the details and all the artwork. It's amazing. Alright, so we have a few different sections of the area. 1 out of 3 is going to be the Silt Caverns. Their webs litter the ground, walls, and ceiling. So we're going to be fighting my worst nightmare, which is spiders. I absolutely hate spiders. And we'll take John. Eventually we'll probably be trying all the characters, but we'll stick with John for now. We don't want to reset abilities. We're good.
A celestial shard, chipped directly from the ancient crystal in the sanctuary. It would be the Bergsons' lifeline, a tether to pull them back home before death's fateful whisper.
So if we die, we teleport back here, we'll assume for now. May have been what they just told us. Ooh. So I guess we're not going to have an NPC helper. They were just demonstrating that we could do multiplayer. It's probably better because it might be too easy with an AI just kind of shooting from behind us. At least these aren't huge spiders yet. Alright, I guess we're going this way. Oh, they did like a pincer attack. Did you guys see that? That was interesting. Oh, a web. Got some gold there to pick up. So the bats will flank us. And the spiders just seem to rush us. I wonder how long the life stays up before it vanishes. Maybe the entire time we're on the map. We do have a full map, okay. Whoa! Okay, let's get over here a little bit. Throw that down. I'm interested to see if our health is still here. Let's grab that. And we'll finish that guy off. I wonder what triggered those guys. These are clearly traps. I wonder if I could dash. Okay, I didn't trigger anything, so that's good. We got a skill point. Perfect. Is it safe to do this now? Shield of Thorns. Melee attackers take damage when blocked by John's shield. Or, if we save our points, we could upgrade to level 2. Let's grab this so we can experiment with it. I don't know if we can change it while we're on a mission. It might be something we have to load out right away. Okay, we can go that way. That seems like progression. Let's... Oh, he predicted where we would be, basically. Let's check out north first. Skeletons. Alright. These bats are very hesitant to get slashed in half by our sword. Who can blame them, right? Ooh, what's this? I'm not sure what happened there. We don't have a gemstone for this, but perhaps we'll find one somewhere up here? I don't know. We have the other side here to look at. Seems like a lot of guys, but I think we've got it. I could probably be using my special abilities more, but it seems like if I can get it done with auto attacks, I'll do that. Here we go. That was a good situation for some AoE. This has gotten quite expansive up here to the north. I'm wondering if we're going to have to backtrack to the doors to that gateway down there. Okay, this way dead ends. Now... Yikes. Okay, these will activate if we don't dash over them. Alright. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'd say exploration is going to be a key part. Wow, so... Back over here we had the activatable door we could go through, but this is just a huge area up here that we're going to keep exploring. We're a little low on health. Ooh, we have found the finish room portal. Press and hold T to teleport back to it from anywhere on this floor. The finish room portal, okay. So, from anywhere on this floor, we could teleport back here? That's what they're saying, just by holding in T. Okay, well, what was the room back down here, then? Let's do some backtracking. If that's the finish room, we're not quite ready for that yet. I see possibly another way over here, even. Okay, good, that's just a dead end. But maybe we should be breaking open the pots and stuff.
In the distance, a chuckle echoed as another approached his table.
Pong of the Gods. Okay. Well, I wasn't ready for this. To say that I wasn't ready to play a game of Pong would be putting it lightly. I think I'm trying to hit it, right? As opposed to Pong where you're trying to get it past the thing, we're trying to hit the object, I believe. Okay, I mean... Okay, there we go. Wait a minute. Oh, good! I don't know what that was about, but it was cool. 11th hour, Divine Grace. Deal double damage while your health is below 25%. Okay. That was cool, so we got to play an optional game of Pong. Okay, I'm in. I wonder if that's going to be, you know, we're going to play Pong a lot, or if it's going to be different mini-games every time. How cool would that be? Either way. Alright, so there's two doors. One up here and one to the right. I think this must be...
The thinnest strands of white
Okay.
fibers coated the ground and walls, evidence of the silk caverns living up to their name.
Okay, I don't want to be here yet. Okay. Oh no. There was that other door we didn't go through. And I guess I can't backtrack? Yikes. There's probably the coolest item through that door that we didn't investigate. That's a little unfortunate. We can't teleport back from here by holding T at all. And we can't go back this way, unfortunately, so we can only press forward. So cloudy doors we're not going to backtrack from in dungeons. We'll have to remember that. Alright. This might be a time for us to take a little bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll finish exploring the Silk Caverns 2 out of 2. And see what we can find. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I can't wait to see what opens up back at the base and start upgrading our guys some more. And to experiment with different members of the family. Everything looks really cool. So we didn't keep our 1Q ability from battle to battle. That's interesting. But we did keep our ability that we put here. We got a different boon this time, which should be very useful to us if we get into bad situations. So yeah. All around, this is a great game so far. The gameplay is super smooth. You'd think pixel art, it's going to be clunky, but it's not. So many frames are packed into every single animation that it just feels like completely smooth and intuitive. Enjoying it a lot. Let me know what you guys think of the game down below in the comments, or if you're having your own playthroughs, let me know some of your experiences. I don't want any story spoilers, but any gameplay tips, comments, critiques are always welcome. And if you did like the content today, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate the support. Take care, and we'll see you soon.